Let's do another and walks and talks, fashion dolls. All right. So how y'all doing? I fell asleep on the part that I was waiting on, which was to roast Orange Piggy, but I'm gonna go on ahead and do it right here on my live. All right. So let's get into all of the madness. We know that this man is going to declare a national emergency to remain in power. The same way he caused an insurrection on January 6th. Trust and believe, make no mistake, that this orange, big, deep dish freezer, bus stop shaped motherfucker is going to declare a national. We know what the game plan is. And another thing, why was Hakeem Jeffries meeting with Jared Kushner? Keep in mind that Cory Booker sworn in Jared Kushner's father, Charles Kushner. Joy Reid already gave us tea. That cigar bar or cigar lounge in New York, they've got stake in that as well. Yeah. The Qataris, Gaza, it's all connected. We do not need to be reaching across the aisle to them. But see, when you have a centrist type of Democrat, which is Hakeem Jeffries, who is taking money from Hakeem and Cory Booker, this is exactly why we need socialism. Because the government should work for the people. Not, we vote to put y'all in, right? Y'all should be working for the people. We need fighters. Because I can tell you one thing, like I stated on the live, and I was telling someone this. I said, just burn it all down. Just burn this shit all the way down. Because you have these centrist Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries thinking that we need to reach across the aisle. Republicans are interested in bipartisanship. And I don't know how many times I have to keep reiterating that. Orange Piggy is out for total global opinion. That's what he's out for. ICE detained a father of service member stuck on the USS Abraham Lincoln. ICE is still out here terrorizing people. You've got the Carmelo Anthony and the Noel trial that is still going on. We want answers. We want the truth. Y'all are playing in our goddamn face. This is not the Department of Justice. This is the Department of Justers, which is why we are now having to go and get our own independent autopsy reports as it pertains to Nolan Wells. But Carmelo Anthony is not getting a new trial for defending himself? Wow. The justice system has been crooked to Black people for years and years to come. I tell you, white supremacy is running amok. White Christianism is running amok. And y'all know where I'm headed to. In the white neighborhood with the military memorial walkway. Yeah, 250 years of freedom. 250 years for whom? Which leads me to the next part of my conversation. Master P, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Some of these Black celebrities be quiet as a fucking mouse. Whereas like Jennifer Lewis, who I love, she said it best. Everybody needs to be speaking out. But you don't need to be speaking bullshit, gibberish, and ignorance. Some of y'all are not well equipped and educated to have the conversation. So if you don't know, Master P got up on a podcast and said that we need to start harping on slavery. And he also said that it's a negative mindset. No, it's not. Speaking on the plight that our ancestors have experienced for 400 fucking years is not a negative mindset. It's called understanding it. Understanding it and why we are where we are currently right now. Whereas you got Black conservatives like Wesley Hunt, who seems to think that Jim Crow has went away. No, look at the impacts of it. Slave owners are getting reparations. They're getting paid for their property. So what the fuck are you talking about? A negative mindset, Master P? What the fuck are you talking about when you said that black people need to stop harping on slavery? No, we need to continue to talk about it because these crackers is out here trying to erase it from the Smithsonian Museum. They're trying to erase it out of the libraries, out of the schools. And in fact, they're replacing history books with Bibles. So let's talk about that, Master P. 250 years great for whom? Freedom for whom? The colonizer, the white man. And I'm walking freely as a black, proud trans woman in red state of South Carolina in an all white and mixed black neighborhood. I want y'all to see something. Come on with me. Look up here. See right there? Freedom for whom? Freedom for whom, though? Not for me, not for my people. We're still not free. And until we get out of this mindset of oppressing our own people who look like us, Amir Odom, Wesley Hunt, Byron Donalds, who's out here really shucking and jiving, Tim Scott, who was in Myrtle Beach shucking and jiving for Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene Graham, with Orange Piggy. No. And to Donald Trump, if he declares or rules out not seeking a third term, he doesn't rule out a third term. And you got up at the White House Correspondents' Dinner with Trump 2028 merch, that's illegal. We know that in the 22nd Amendment, that a president is only granted 2 consecutive terms. Also, elections are ran by the states. You don't have no goddamn say-so. So come hell or high water, if you lose this election, there will be a revolution. And I will be right there, first on the front lines, whooping somebody's ass. And rightfully so. For all of our ancestors. We're fed up, we're tired, and enough is enough. 12 days. Indiana, 12 days without power. 100,000 residents in Memphis have lost power as well, too. What city is going to be next? Are we great yet? And now the governors, some of them are Republican, and some of them have backed Donald Trump, are now begging for help. Keep in mind that Donald Trump, Project 2025 Heritage Foundation, dismantled FEMA. You can kiss that goodbye. You have Dr. Oz and RFK Jr. out here spreading disinformation and misinformation. And it is very dangerous because you have people believing this shit. As I said on the panel yesterday, when you can indoctrinate a group of people to believe your lies, they will believe that. It's the end all be all. There is no walking them back to a straight path. They are so far gone. Let's see what other fuck shit is going on. Our food is being poisoned. Let's see. The CDC has been dismantled. And yes, we have a black woman that could potentially be the new CDC head. But peep this. Come closer. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. Hear me when I tell you. And we're seeing that with Amir Odom, Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, Officer Coonham. Where's Candace Owens? I haven't really seen too much of her out here buck dancing, but these men that I just named, and keep in mind, again, like I said on the panel yesterday, Byron Donald is a Afro-Latino son of immigrants. The Supreme Court ruled that Donald Trump can continue to build his ballroom. And not just that, but they took away temporary protection status from Haitian Americans. So Byron, that means your people. That means Nikki or Nika, Tanya Mirage. Y'all are Haitian, right? It's one thing. No, it's not. Actually, y'all are selling out your people. But see, they won't identify as black until it's beneficial for them. And then when you call them out on their lack of blackness and standing up for their people, oh, they get mad. They get hell-bent mad. Right now, we are seeing a war on ideology. We are seeing a war on good versus evil. I'm a part of the good. I know I want to go down in history as a part of the good. You can never make me be a Republican. To quote my girl Cardi B, I will never be a Republican. I am a democratic socialist, thank you. Meaning that I want change for the people. And if the Democrats want to take back the House, my party, you're going to have to come up with something different in order to win black voters. Because right now, people are suffering. We're talking about affordability. People's power is being cut off. In Memphis, it's going to take a few days for them to get the power back on. They're not sure when. So my question is, what is the current sitting occupant at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue going to do? Not a damn thing. And I can guarantee you that some of the white residents in Memphis and in Indiana, majorly, overall, voted for orange people. Let me tell you something, you fat orange tub of lard. If you think that intimidating journalists is going to work, it's not going to work. Now, Christian Welker fact-checked Tim Scott to his face saying that Biden is not in office. The same thing that I've been saying. The days of blaming Joe Biden are over. Biden is not the current sitting president. Donald Trump is. Orange Piggy is. Every chance I get a moment, I'm going to roast your ass. And I'm going to make pork grinds. I'm not letting up. You hadn't yet seen your ICE agents or your goons or Secret Service or anybody, the FBI, to anybody's home because you're probably fearful yourself of what's coming. So declare a national emergency. Fuck around and find out. Because we, the American people, especially black people, we're fed up. We might not do shit because we're not on a united front right now. While everybody's so focused on everyone's genitalia, who's sleeping with whom, who's doing what with whom, who's a woman, who's not a woman, who's using the bathroom, who's not using the bathroom. White supremacists are running supreme. That's what's going on. So I say that to say this. Don't fall for the okie doke. Culture wars. Because trans people, queer people, we are not the issue here. The issue here is white supremacists and pedophiles. That's the issue. And before you bring God into this, you make sure you check your mirror before you check mine. Because the God I serve does not judge or discriminate or prosecute people and nail them to a cross. No, my God doesn't do that. He serves for the just as well as the unjust. And what I mean by that is you have people out here that are innocent, that have been convicted of crimes, right? There's a lot of traffic coming through this way. Good Lord. Like Carmelo Anthony. Like, this man was defending himself. This young man was defending himself. And I know there were some people, our people, black people, be like, oh, well, we shouldn't resort to violence. Guess what? I'm not one of those people. And y'all are concerned about my safety. But trust, the queen knows how to defend herself. And I will gladly wear their ass out for my ancestors and get enjoyment out of it. So trust, no need to worry. I'm going to go on a cross and break the rules. And that's what a person who is defiant will do. You have to break the rules. You cannot conform. You cannot capitulate to fascists, because when you give in and appease them and give them what they want, they always come back for more. Oh, also, did y'all know that Donald Trump basically took out wild horses, sent them overseas, and took them out? That's what he did. That's animal cruelty. But it goes to show you that this man's cruelty knows no bounds. No bounds whatsoever. They don't care who they hurt. It's going to get a whole lot worse before it can get better. We are $40 trillion in debt. $40 trillion worth of debt. And you have J.D. Vance, couch fucker, sitting up here blaming Joe Biden. No. Jimmy Dean, we know your shit. We know your real name. Remember, he wrote the book Hillbillyology, and he also is the co-author for Project 2025. He wrote the foreword. So let's not forget that. Yeah, J.D. Vance wrote the foreword for Project 2025. So they are going by every single thing that was on that checklist of Project 2025. The dismantling of FEMA. A storm has impacted people, and whereas FEMA should be here, they're not here. 100,000 residents in Memphis without power. In Indiana, it's 12 weeks. 12 more days without power? And the temperatures have been very high lately. That's why I've been doing my morning walks, whereas y'all would see me do them at 7. I get up at 6. And I go on ahead and I do my morning walks. Because the temperature is, is pleasant. People have medications, people have animals, people have children. You cannot do this. And I looked to see who's going to be doing something about Indiana. It's a Republican. Now y'all are begging and pleading the same way Sarah Huckabee was sitting up there begging and pleading. No, y'all voted to take away these things. And this is what I'm starting to see when people are saying that my party, the Democratic Party, and the Republican Party are two sides of the same fucking coin. And it makes it hard for me as a socialist to be like, okay, where do I go? I'm in the middle? No. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to be the voice for the people. I'm going to continue to keep using my platform, continue to keep pushing for change. And another thing, ICE does not need to be reformed. It needs to be abolished. Period. Because again, here's what's going to happen. 1.7 billion of your hard-earned taxpaying dollars, guess what? It's going to go to ICE by 2027. That's what's going to happen. This $20 million shot glove, that foghorn leghorn, Tom Homan with his fat ass sat up there and bragged about, saying that it's to make people comply. I don't want to comply. I'm going to rebel. I don't want to fucking comply, excuse me. And the way you resist fascism is to not comply. You do not bend the knee and capitulate and reach out to them across the aisle. We're literally begging them for crumbs and they ain't giving us shit. Republicans are overall everything. The Supreme Court, House, and Senate. It is a majority Republican trifecta over everything. So what the fuck are they gonna do? Hakeem Jeffries, let this be a lesson to you. Because when y'all try to get this big ugly bill passed, some of y'all was like, well, maybe we can work out and strike a deal with Mike Johnson. And what did Mike Johnson do? Mike Johnson said, deal. What deal? We don't have a deal. The same way we don't have a deal with Iran. Y'all know I'm spitting the truth and facts this morning. I'm calling it for what it is. And you know that mainstream journalists are not going to do that because it's a risk on their jobs. They can be let go from their networks. Mainstream corporate media is not going to do that. And Master P, our people, black people, have had our homes black people have had their homes redlined. Couldn't do the banking jobs, couldn't do any of those jobs. So for you to sit up here and tell black people to stop harping on slavery, no, we need to remind them because they're trying to sweep it up under the rug and act as if it never existed. They're trying to give white people reparations. They're trying to pay these insurrectionists that were right there storming the Capitol a slush fund, getting their money. That's what they want to do. And you want us to forget it and act as